So this video is going to be a bit different than all of the other videos I've made on this channel so far. I wanted to delve into some different kind of content on my channel, and I thought, why not start with some commentary and some of my own personal opinions on just various random things. And I saw Miss SolarSaber's video about what her interpretation of different personas says about somebody. So I decided to do that myself. Since it performed very well for her, I decided to give it a go on my end. Now, I just want to put out a disclaimer here. This is not my personal opinion on any of these personas. This is just from what I have witnessed, and any of the things I say here are not meant in bad will or bad intention. These are just what I have seen. None of these are inherently bad traits. So this is my interpretation of what your persona says about you. Starting with the wolf. Calling myself out on the bat. Yay! Now, wolf sonas have a stereotype of chill and basic personalities, but that's honestly very true. Those with the wolf sona are more protective of their friends and loved ones with that pack mentality. They're more go with the flow, and they're usually more extroverted but can also be introverted depending on the circumstance, hence that lone wolf saying. You're probably also a water sign. If you are a fox fursona, you're similar to the wolf, but you're a little more introverted and a lot less outdoorsy. You love stirring up playful trouble just because you can, but you really hate to see anybody you love hurt and will feel immense guilt if anybody you love is hurt by any of your doing. You will do anything to comfort those that you love in times of distress, and you're a really solid friend that a lot of people can rely on, as long as you're not super distracted. If you are a big cat, like a lion, a cheetah, or a tiger, you are lazy. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules, but you are lazy. You love the sun and the warmth, and you love naps, and you love to sleep, and you're probably an air sign or a fire sign. If you are a house cat, you're a bit like a big cat in how lazy you are and how much you love the warmth and the sun, but you're probably an air sign, mainly an Aquarius. You also scare very easily. You feed into that scaredy cat mentality and that scaredy cat persona very, very well. You also likely love Starbucks or several fancy coffee places, just wherever you could get your usual order of Starbucks, frappe, whatever. And you're likely a night owl. You likely stay up late and you sleep in really, really late. If you are a dragon, you love collecting things and you love jewelry and or money. You are cold all the time with that reptilian amphibian blood. You like being in your lair, whether it's your room, your house, or just your living quarters, wherever you mainly reside, and you also just are obsessed with your pets. You love your pets, and yeah, I can't blame you. If you are a Dutch angel dragon, you are extroverted 1000%. You are the life of a party, and you sometimes struggle with personal boundaries, which isn't a bad thing, but you never ever mean to harm anybody. Despite your sona being large in size, you're definitely more of that ooh-woo, oh-oh, and baby kind of mentality just because of how sweet and delicate you are. You're also a really big consumer of sweet and salty snacks like pretzels and chips, along with those little travel-sized cupcakes you can get at basically any gas station. If you are a possum, you are loud and proud of it, and you are very chaotic, but everybody loves you and you love everybody that you come across. You create havoc just because you can, and you are the life of any party that you go to, but every party that you are at, you can usually be found in the back, smoking a cigarette and just chilling, listening to the music from the back, and just looking through the trash for fun, I guess. You've gone through a lot of pain as an individual, but you've used that pain to help you become a much better person, and you've become kinder from that pain, as you don't want to see anybody else hurt in the same way that you were, which is very honorable, and it's one of the reasons why so many people flock to you. If you are a raccoon, you snack on and off all day long. Don't tell me I'm wrong. You are a night owl, you love going out at night, and you have a close group of friends that you're basically family with. Your love language is likely gift giving, and you really love baking, not only for yourself, but for those around you. If you are a squirrel, you have ADHD, and that's coming from someone with ADHD. Game sees game, you have ADHD. You're an absolute sweetheart, but anybody who hurts those you love, you will not hesitate to rip them to shreds. You also love collecting things, but also have a tendency to lose what you do have, and you have a habit of being late to things rather frequently, even though you try your best not to be. Happens to the best of us. Don't beat yourself up over it. If your fursona is a snake, you are cold all of the time, but you also don't really like super hot temperatures because you prefer warming yourself up with blankets rather than the sun, which makes a lot of sense due to how cuddly you are. You're also really defensive of yourself and the very few close people you let into your life. But whenever you open up to anybody, you are the rock of that group. Everybody can rely on you and they cling to you closely as they know that you give amazing advice and that you will always be there for them. If you are a fox cat or a wolf cat hybrid, you are very ADD and you are likely the center of any party that you go to if you don't host them yourself. You are the most loyal friend anybody could ask for, and you're very open about your emotions. You are a huge nerd about one specific subject and a frequent snacker, mainly sweets, which, yeah, I get it. If you are a red panda, you are clumsy, same here, and you're very sweet and kind. You're most likely very innocent or very filthy. But regardless, you will always be there for those around you, and you love climbing trees. It might not look like it, but you're more outdoorsy than those around you would think. If you are a rabbit, you likely really enjoy some kind of fresh fruit or vegetables. You are a small bean and pride yourself on being so if you aren't very raunchy. You are either a very early riser or a very late sleeper. You are also probably introverted and most likely into gardening if your bed isn't too comfortable in the morning. If you are a bear persona, you are very protective over everyone you love, but you also get defensive easily, probably because you were likely attacked for things in the past that you shouldn't have been attacked and criticized for. You also really love seafood, and you enjoy cold weather. If you are a skunk, you are highly intelligent, but you don't have that high of a self-esteem. You don't see how amazing you are, even though everybody around you does. You are also likely nocturnal, and you probably have a big perfume collection. If I had to guess, Bath & Body Works is one of your favorite places to go, followed by, of course, either Hot Topic or Spencer's, or both. If you are a hyena, you laugh all the time, especially at your own jokes. You love being in the desert and are the type who prefers playing in the sand and suntanning rather than being in the water whenever you go to the beach. You probably hate getting wet, and you likely have rather expensive tastes. If you are a deer, you are very soft-spoken and quiet, but you have a large book collection and are more crafty, crocheting, knitting, cross-stitching, what have you, and you're definitely more into the cottagecore aesthetic. My guess is either strawberries or mushrooms is your go-to. If your fursona is some kind of Pokemon, you really like Pokemon. And you specifically chose that one Pokemon for their power set, or just from how they look. If you are a horse, you are headstrong and you are not afraid to speak your mind. Very few things tend to bother you, but when they do, it's probably for a good reason. If you are a protogen, you love sci-fi or futuristic new age genres. You are very kind and you love giving gifts, usually handmade gifts you made yourself, and you welcome everyone with open arms, as long as they don't stab you in the back later. If you are an Avali, you don't sugarcoat when giving advice, but people usually rely on you for that because you're so honest and that's what they're looking for. You enjoy traveling or hate leaving your house, and you're likely on VR chat. You're on VR chat, just admit it, you're on VR chat. If your fursona is a mythical creature such as a unicorn or a pegasus or a centaur, you're a book talk addict. You're a book talk addict, and you read lots of fantasy with one specific fandom that you would give your life for. You also probably play Dungeons & Dragons. Bonus points if you're a DM. And last but not least, if you are a house dog, you are loyal, high energy, extroverted, and you are able to sleep anywhere and everywhere, but you also function fine on very little. You drink the most water out of anybody that you know and love going outside no matter the weather. So that is my interpretation of what your fursona says about you. I'm hoping to do more videos like this in the future. As well, I love singing song covers. I wanted to branch out and do something with a little more variety. So let me know if you want more videos like this in the future, and if you like this video, please let me know in the comments if you want a part 2. I know there were a lot of fursona species that I didn't go over, and I would love to go over more of them. And if you have any specific ones that you want me to go over, please feel free to let me know. Be sure to like and subscribe and follow my Instagram. It's down in the description. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye!